Top 15 ways to overcome procrastination and get things done. Even the most responsible and efficient workers will put off important work occasionally. Procrastination is something that affects everyone. Some people get their best work done when they are forced to wait until the last minute to complete a task, while others find that putting off a deadline is a rare and stressful condition for them. If, on the other hand, your tendency to put things off till later is beginning to negatively impact the quality of your work and your life as a whole, it is time to give yourself a reality check and focus on kicking the habit. Taking baby efforts towards better time management will help you lessen your tendency to procrastinate and put you on the path to completing more of what needs to be done. Here is what we suggest doing to quit trying to beat the clock. Number 15. Determine a beneficial result that may be attributed to your action. Concentrate on the positive outcomes that will result from taking action to overcome your tendency to put things off till later. This presupposes that you have a favorable end in mind. To maintain your energy as pure as possible and move closer towards the accomplishment of the objectives you have set for yourself, use extreme discretion in deciding what you allow into your experience and who you choose to surround yourself with. Number 14. Set a firm deadline for yourself and then make a plan to meet it. The most effective method for overcoming a natural inclination to put things off until the last minute is to set a strict deadline for oneself and then mark it down on a calendar. It will be much simpler for you to finish all of your work if you set a certain deadline and commit to sticking to it. Respect the deadline as if it were set by your employer, and then honor it in the same manner as if your boss were waiting for you to do the assignment. Number 13. Choose a person to whom you can be accountable. Being responsible to another person is beneficial to both our work and personal lives. The majority of us are aware that we need to complete something, but we are putting it off and won't even consider asking for assistance. Ask someone for assistance and let them know that you will assist them in a similar situation if they need it. A lack of accountability indicates a lack of commitment, which means that you have let down not only yourself, but also your relationship. Locate a friend or a colleague who can assist you in overcoming your tendency to put things off. Number 12. Establish certain everyday prerequisites that cannot be waived. There are going to be instances when you are going to feel like you just don't want to finish a task. The process of developing daily non-negotiables comes into play at this point. Something that you commit to doing every day without exception is said to be a daily non-negotiable. Because you have already decided to carry it out, there is no need for you to give it any additional thought. Number 11. Plan procrastination time into your day and make sure you don't skip it. Accept the fact that you are a chronic procrastinator. Plan non-working time into your day so that you have time to do things like clean your desk, go take a walk, or whatever else it is that distracts you from your work. This will allow you to get more work done. If you put a hold on this period on your calendar, you won't have to feel the pangs of guilt that come along with putting things off. A mind that has been refreshed is a mind that can be productive.
Number 10. Start by taking the tiniest possible step. Take the smallest step possible towards achieving your objective if you don't feel motivated to do so. After completing that step, it is more probable that you will take other steps toward achieving that objective in the future. Say to yourself that you will work out for 10 minutes rather than telling yourself to work out for an hour. You have an innate desire to maintain the way things are. By doing anything, you can avoid activating the part of your brain that becomes aware whenever you attempt to make a change. Number 9. Begin by taking tiny steps. It is difficult to even get started when you do not have the motivation to work towards achieving your objective. Hence, taking even the most insignificant step towards it will feel like a significant accomplishment. For instance, if you need to complete some reading for your paper, you should spend approximately 10 minutes reading one page. After taking that action, you have signaled to your brain that a change has already taken place in your situation. Your brain, which is hardwired to be lazy, just like the rest of us, will no longer put up a fight. After that, you will start a momentum toward your objective, which will carry you like a wave and get you there in the end. Number 8. Keep your attention on both the prize and the steps. If mountain climbers were to focus their attention all the time on the immensity of what they were attempting to do, it would be easy for them to become disheartened. Instead, they concentrate on the peak that they have set out to accomplish, as well as the actions that they are now taking to get there. That does not depend on how steep the trail is. Mountain climbers have a lot to teach us about goal setting and achieving those goals. and they can teach us a lot. The most important thing that you should take away from this is that centering your attention on the prize or the result that you desire will give you an additional push in the right direction. Number 7. Generate a list of things that need to be done. Create a list of things that need to be done as soon as you get up in the morning if you are in the fortunate position of already knowing in advance all of the activities that need to be finished before the end of the day. Visualize how much time you will need to complete each step as you go along with the process of making it. Create a deadline for yourself if you don't already have an external deadline. It is much simpler to commit to things when firm deadlines are established. Pretend that you are the manager who is waiting for you to turn in the work, and hold yourself to the deadline in the same manner that your manager would. Number 6. Give the least desirable activity the highest priority. Place at the top of the list the responsibility that you have the greatest propensity to ignore or put off until later. You'll be able to complete it in this manner first. Because of it, you'll feel like you've accomplished something significant, and the remaining chores will come easily after that. Number 5. Keep track of the time. After switching your phone to airplane mode, setting a timer for yourself might be a straightforward approach to articulating your goals and objectives. It will be much simpler for you to concentrate on. A difficult activity can be broken down into smaller, more manageable segments by dividing the time spent on the task into bite-sized chunks. Number 4. Always treat yourself with kindness. Do not be too hard on yourself if you are unable to reach a deadline that you have established for yourself. Stop referring to yourself as a procrastinator as the first step in modifying the way you operate. This is the most important step in the process. Sometimes we are exactly who we believe ourselves to be. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on the future. Let yourself some leeway as you concentrate on putting in the additional effort necessary to meet your deadline for completing the task. Number 3. Investigate the causes of your habit of putting things off. Pay attention to what is going on beneath the surface each time you find yourself putting off something that you need to complete. What kind of ideas do you have? How are you feeling right now? What are the issues that you are attempting to sweep under the rug? When you put things off, do you typically do anything specific? Those who strive for perfection often tend to postpone anxiously. When you become aware of what is taking place, you will be able to initiate compassionate and constructive changes in your conduct. Number 2. Ensure that your phone is turned off. In other words, eliminate any sources of distraction. Be away from any locations or outside stimuli that can pull your attention away from what you're doing. In the middle of the commotion that is your regular existence, this means creating a space within yourself that is full of energy and concentrating on just you. But let's face it, in a perfect world, there wouldn't be any laundry to do, babysitters who cancel at the last minute, that critical help your team leader needs of you, or those emails that require an immediate response. Despite the commotion, it is possible to locate a location that is tranquil and conducive to concentration. It is up to you to decide whether you will accomplish this with the assistance of mindfulness or by listening to a productivity-inspiring playlist on your headphones. Number 1. Have someone else keep you accountable and reward yourself for your efforts. You could beat procrastination by enlisting the assistance of a friend or colleague. This could apply to either your personal life or your work life. You should go to someone you know you can trust for assistance, and you should keep yourself accountable to that person. It is much more difficult to let someone else down than it is to let oneself down. Give yourself a token of appreciation each time you complete an item on your list of things to do. Make the less desirable tasks qualify for a larger portion of the award. It might be a cup of hot chocolate or a few minutes spent on Instagram, but it might also be anything else. You'll maintain your motivation and keep things interesting if you do this. How did you like the video? Do you like it? Leave your valuable comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.